Thanks, Betsy. Hi, Mr. Braun.
Hi.
It's nice to see you.
Nice meeting you.
You're as handsome as ever.
Nice meeting you.
She kept me up to date, all your pictures, and
Lottery will get you everything.
that's right. You're right. We'll get you nowhere. Desiderata. Go placidly amid the noise and the haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. As far as possible, without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even to the dull and ignorant. They too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexations to the spirit. If you compare yourself to others, you may become vain and bitter. For always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career. However humble, it is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let not this blind you to what virtue there is. Many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. Be yourself. Especially do not feign affection, neither be cynical about love. For in the face of ardity and disenchantment, it is as perennial as the grass. Take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth. Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune, but do not distress yourself with dark imagings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here, and whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore, be at peace with God. Whatever you conceive him to be, and whatever your labors and aspirations in the noisy confusion of life, keep peace in your soul. With all its shame, drudgery, and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be cheerful and strive to be happy. And that's what Mrs. Braun loves so much, and she developed a young lady, Betsy, to be cheerful and strive to be happy. And I love Betsy with all my heart. And she has given me a great inspiration on how to care for the elderly. Not only you and your wife or her aunt and uncle, but people that she's learned to respect her elders. And that's a legacy. She has passed on a legacy, and I am proud to witness it. I love you very much.
Oh my, thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, come on in, Dawn. Thank you. Sarah, I found this also in my mother's checkbook, and I thought it was rather uncanny. And she wrote it on her stationery, and it's 1983, and I just thought it was very apropos, so thank you.
Well, like Darcy, I'm lucky enough to work with Betsy and be paid for it, and although I have not met her mother or father before, I've learned a lot about them, and like everybody else, I've learned a lot from Betsy on how to care for others and stay cheerful. So thank you, Betsy. This is called Rhythm. Time is nature's beat, ever-varying rhythm that defies the
Metronome?
thank you, the most Swiss metronome or chronomet.
Right.
Fatigue comes daily with love, in some form or other, and bound to work, which in itself is a right, or duty, or punishment. My ache is me, fully alive, aware. My pain's a constant goad to life, lest death intrude and show us where some other rhythms hide. And it's by Anthony
Melchidoda? I don't know. Anyway.
Thank you, Betsy.
I just thought it was interesting that my mother, you know, I just love the part, my ache is me, fully alive, aware, my pain a constant goad to life, lest death intrude and show us where some other rhythms hide. Yeah. Anyway. Jerry, would you come up? I was cleaning out my parents' apartment in March, and I found this card in my mother's top drawer. It's a Father's Day card. And I said, well, I'll just save this for my dad. Little did I know that she would pass a few days before Father's Day. So the morning that my brother and I told him that she is gone, we read him this card, and I just thought, and it's got seashells from Naples on it and everything.
Thank you. You can hold that, Mike. You're a wonderful husband, and I love you for so many reasons that it's hard to know where to begin. You're loving, supportive, and sensitive, and I find comfort in knowing that no matter what happens, you'll always set aside time just for us. That's cute. You're a wonderful father, patient and understanding, and I can tell by watching you how much you enjoy being a parent. You're my partner, my lover, my best friend, and every day that we share, I discover more and more reasons to love you. Happy Father's Day. Sweet.
Well, an interesting thing is that Lily told me the night we were together that sometimes people actually wait for a certain holiday, right? Didn't you tell me that?
Yeah, we tend to die around markers.
Yeah. Interesting. Now, I know I told you the airbag story. My brother Doug wanted you to hear the airbag story of my mother, you know, in the 37 Chevy. But my brother Lou, who wanted me to read this email from a classmate of my mother's. And you all know that my mother had email, a cell phone, and caller ID before any of her kids, right? My mother was a extraordinary pianist and very digital, and she could, you know, program the VCR. And she recently, you know, requested an iPod, and there were no flies on her, let me tell you. That's all we have to say about that, right, Dad? As Forrest Gump says, I think that's all I gotta say about that.
That's right.
But I'm so happy to see my friend Don Bianco, because this story really has to be read by a man. And if you would be so kind to just sort of impromptu, it's an email from one of my mom's classmates at Atlantic City High School. And here's what happened. You don't have your glasses? All right. Well, they, you know, when they got this classmates.com, you know, they were kind of the front runners for having email. And so they would sign Atlantic City High School, class of 37, or 36, whatever it was, 38, I don't know. But they found each other, and they were trying to figure out how they knew each other. And this is the story how it was. And then his name is Forrest Schote, and he lives in Salem, Oregon now. But he wrote this for his office, the business paper of the company that he worked for, and he was sharing it with all the people that he works with. So here it is. It's from the year 2000.
There's no markers around here, are there?
You want me to hold the mic? Yeah.